This is TBK News. I'm Georgie Mann. Well, it's the week of the Labour Party conference in Liverpool, and what a week it's been for the Labour Party. Here's Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner entering the conference.
Welcome back to Liverpool. Welcome to conference, our biggest conference ever, and the first one in 15 years with Labour in government. And change has started. And today we're going to set out, and over the next coming days, how we're fixing the foundations and rebuilding our country. So enjoy conference. Very, very good to be here.
Well, that was a nice, pleasant start. Now here's Angela Rayner opening the conference.
12 months ago, I stood here and said I hoped I'd never again open conference as the Deputy Leader of the Opposition. So it's an absolute great honour of my life to stand here today as your Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, I'm sure Keir Starmer, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Chancellor will be hoping everybody moves on from the Wardrobe Gate scandal. And they have definitely been backtracking this week also. Let's have a look.
Well, first of all, MPs have accepted donations and gifts for years. All MPs do it. And what we talked about is making sure that we're open and transparent about that. And that was why the Prime Minister made sure that he corrected the record when he was advised that he needed to do that. He actively pursued that and took that advice, and I think that's the right thing to do.
Now that's Angela Rayner trying to explain that the system's always been like that. Not that they're going to do anything different. Well, maybe they will now they've been caught. Well, here's another one. It got worse for her too. Have a look at this.
First of all, I didn't go to New York with another person. That person went to New York and I met up with them, and I met up with a number of friends while I was in New York. It was a personal holiday and I think I followed the rules. In fact, I went above that, and I wanted to do that to be transparent about the connection that I had of the use of that apartment.
Yeah, there's Angela Rayner trying to explain having a free holiday in Manhattan in somebody's swanky, luxurious apartment. And Keir Starmer trying to explain himself about being in the private box watching his beloved Arsenal Football Club. Well, it gets worse, doesn't it? Here we go. Here's Keir.
Been offered tickets elsewhere in the ground where it's more secure. We don't have to use taxpayer money on additional security, and that's why I've taken the decision that I have. I think most people watching this would say, well, fair dues. I think they'd think I was pretty self-centred if I said, I'd much prefer to be in the stands, by the way. If I said, I'm going in the stands and you, the taxpayer, are going to have to pick up the tab for the security. I'm not really going to do that.
Well, I'm not sure whether that was an apology or just general backtracking. But then again, there's always the lavish 40th birthday parties paid by the donors.
Look, the reason that we can have this conversation is because colleagues have followed the rules. I followed the rules. I've set out in the Register of Interests what donations were for, who they were from, and that's there for the public to see.
Now, Labour did promise if they were elected, they would make everything in government clear and transparent, and to get rid of all the sleaze and the backhanders.
I don't make any judgments about what other members of Parliament do. The only judgment I would make is if they're breaking the rules, so they're trying to hide what they're doing, that's when problems arise.
Well, Nigel Farage and his party, the Reform Party, have just finished their conference, and I believe it was very jovial and well presented and great fun to be at. Anyway, I'm going to leave you a little bit of Nigel Farage. Thank you and goodbye for now from TBK News. My name's Georgie Mack.
Do you like them? Very expensive. But guess what? I bought them myself. How about that?